There were several occasions last year where I seriously considered quitting my college soccer career. I was having thoughts such as, can I let this go? Can I say this isn't worth it? And can I just drop this all and just leave this in the past? I wasn't really sure if I wanted to make this video or not, and to be honest, I'm still not even sure if I want to make it, but I decided I'm gonna make it because I think you guys deserve to know the truth. Ever since my high school team turned me down, I made it my goal to play soccer at the highest level I was capable of playing, and I sort of felt relieved when I made my college commitment to the school I'm attending now. And I'm gonna be honest, I was hit with a bit of a harsh reality check. In case you don't know, I didn't commit to a school. I was playing in the NCAA Division 1 or Division 2. I committed to an NAIA school, and because of that, to be honest, I'm not saying I doubted the level or of my teammates or anything, but I'm going to be honest, it was significantly higher than I thought it was going to be. I almost kind of thought it will probably be more or less similar to the level of my last year playing youth soccer, but no, it was definitely a step up. So yeah, it was a bit of a hard reality check. So if I could give any advice to anyone watching this video, it'd be to never take any level that you're playing at for granted. On top of that, a similar thing happened with the academic side of college soccer. So for those who don't know, I don't think I really ever said this, but I went to a pretty academically demanding high school. Honestly, I've heard things like a regular class was probably the equivalent to an advanced placement class in a normal high school. That wasn't necessarily at the level my school was known for. And because of that, and the college I ended up committing to, I don't want to talk down on it or anything like that, but it's not exactly known for being academics-wise at the level of a school like Harvard or MIT or that regards. And because of that, I kind of took what I was studying, which is mathematics and data science, majoring mathematics, minor data science. I kind of took that for granted as well. I thought it would be much easier than it ended up being. At some point, I wanted to quit studying that as well because of how difficult it was as well. But as you can see, I made the same decision as to college soccer. I decided to keep playing college soccer and keep pursuing a degree in mathematics and a minor in data science. I must state that I am by no means trying to blame anyone else for the situation I went through but myself. So the first game of the season came about, and one of my worst fears became a reality. I was not traveling with the squad, and as I expected, I was left in my college alone. I wasn't the only player not picked, but I'm sure none of the players that were left behind were very pleased by the situation. We had to stay at the college, go to class instead of being excused like those players who were traveling. Honestly, in the group chat, I heard people talking about the traveling or whatnot, and honestly, it was just not a very pleasant feeling. Not long after the first home game of the season came about as well, I was hoping that there would be some rule saying since we're not traveling, that would mean all of us can be on the bench. I later found out, unfortunately, that's not how the rule works. And instead of being on the bench, we were asked to be ball boys. Honestly, I had a lot of mixed feelings about that. When I came there, I intended to come there to play to not just compete but to dominate, and honestly, this all just made it seem like I was falling behind on all that. I had a lot of mixed feelings. I didn't really know what to do, so I contacted just about anyone who I felt could help me. I remember I talked to my parents about it. I didn't know how to communicate my feelings to the coach without being disrespectful in any regards. I also made a post. I'm in several different football communities in the platform called School. I made a post on there explaining my situation to like-minded individuals. I remember I tried to get inspired a little bit by someone who shared a story of someone who was in a similar situation, like where he wasn't getting picked and he ended up being like player of the season or whatnot. I tried to gain some inspiration by that, but yeah, I mean, it was hard to make to find a lot of positives and a lot of things to make me really feel good about the situation. I posted it to my Instagram story as well. I wanted to show my teammates and my coaches that even though I wasn't on the pitch, even though I wasn't present at the stadium, I cared about like the results of the team. And since I was posting to my story, people ended up DMing me, asking why I wasn't playing. And to be honest, you can probably imagine, telling them I was left out of the squad, not picked by the coach, was not very pleasant to hear. I started hearing, to be honest, a lot of things I started hearing from a lot of different people were things I really didn't want to hear. I even talked to my teammates who were also fairly disappointed about like their situation. To be honest, I didn't really know how to feel about them agreeing I wasn't at the level. I didn't know if I was in the right situation. I didn't know if that was a good thing. I didn't know if that meant I was in the right environment, since I believe I should always be in an environment where the other players make me better and not the other way around. Or if that meant I was in the wrong environment, I should be somewhere where I can play more games, because like more games would mean more development. I just really didn't know how to feel at this point. A lot started to change around the time of the first reserve team game. An unexpected event happened. A picture of me from Media Day was posted on the team's social media pages. I remember seeing it. I was in shock. I remember just getting a notification from my phone saying I was mentioned in a post by the team. I checked it out, and it showed it was like the announcement for like the game, however you call those. And I remember seeing it got several comments of people being very happy that like I was getting the attention I guess I was looking for not too long ago. And to be honest, it was like a lot of emotions running through me at like the same time. Like I felt like I was like going immediately from someone who was struggling to get in the spotlight to someone who had like the spotlight shine bright on him. And I remember playing in the stadium. Like I said, I was a high school reject, so I didn't have much experience playing in a stadium, or any for that matter. I remember the crowd, like it felt so good. Like I heard like my teammates my teammates were in the stadium like for the reserve team. I heard their voices and whatnot. And I don't believe I played my best games that day. I don't believe I played a terrible game, but I don't remember playing my absolute best game, maybe for that reason. So maybe I was in a state where I had too many emotions flowing through me. But I really started just getting the attention I was looking for. But to be honest, I would still be lying if I wasn't still wishing to be at least on the bench for the first team for the away days and whatnot. But I suppose my approach from then on out kind of changed. I knew I still had a lot to prove. I remember the only real sadness I felt from then on out was at the end of the season where there were no more games. Not that I was playing any for the reserve team, but still, I remember getting the question asked a lot, like, am I coming back next season, from several teammates and eventually my coach from like our end of the meetings, end of season meeting. And it wasn't clouded by doubt or anything like that. I knew I had a lot to prove, not just to myself, but to my coaches and teammates. The struggles I shared with you in this video are by no means to discourage you. In fact, I encourage you to never be afraid to see how good you can really be. I'd say the biggest takeaway thing that I want you to take from this video is to don't go through your hard times alone. Seek support if needed. If you don't really know where to seek support from, you can even seek support from me. Like, I know I haven't been engaging with comments like at all on my channel. I'm gonna try and fix that, I promise. if you're going through a hard time, feel free to leave a comment, like share your experience, like seek support, like from wherever it will be. Yeah, like I can do my best to try and help you. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to hear the story on how I got here in the first place, you can check out this video by me right here, where I essentially tell you my story on how I got here in the first place, from being a high school reject to being rejected by several different club soccer teams to committing to a college, earning a scholarship, and yeah, I'd like to say making my parents proud. But anyways, thank you so much again for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.